Aussie TV hosts burst into laughter over YouTuber Meghan's debut. The bench must be a poor seller. Today Show hosts Karl Stefanovic and Ally Langdon laugh hysterically at video of Meghan Markle reading her children's book, before playfully mocking the Duchess of Sussex. The hosts of Australia's Today Show couldn't contain their laughter while listening to Meghan Markle read her children's book The Bench aloud on YouTube this week. While the Duchess of Sussex took the self-penned storybook quite seriously, Today co-hosts Karl Stefanovic and Ally Langdon found the whole thing rather amusing. News and sports presenter Alex Cullen also cracked up while listening to Meghan dedicate the book to Prince Harry and their son Archie. "For the man and the boy who make my heart go pump pump," Meghan cooed in the clip. Alex burst out laughing immediately after, before spluttering, "Sorry. It's very hard to keep a straight face." An amused Ally responded, "Why is it difficult to keep a straight face, Alex? It's a lovely story. As we always say, pump pump," added Karl, which caused Ally to snicker, "Up the jam." The trio then started singing the lyrics to the 1989 Technotronic hit, Pump Up the Jam. It's not the first time that Markle's The Bench has been the subject of ridicule on the Today Show. Back in May, Karl scoffed after learning that the book, which is about father-son relationships, had started out as a poem that the Duchess of Sussex had written for her husband Prince Harry on Father's Day. As Nine's U.S. correspondent Amelia Adams explained the origins of the book, Karl seemed to find it ridiculous that the California-based Sussexes would write poetry for each other in their spare time. The segment began with Karl's co-host Ally questioning the words on her own teleprompter, which compared Meghan to famous children's authors. Meghan Markle is joining the ranks of Roald Dahl and J.K. Rowling, a stretch, by writing her first children's book about the bond between fathers and sons, she said. When Allison said there would be an audiobook coming out too, LA-based reporter Amelia couldn't hide her sarcasm. "Yeah, can you imagine anything better? I mean, pop it on in the car, pop it on at home when you're cooking dinner." Meghan's dulcet tones, she said. Back in today's Sydney studio, Karl slammed his desk and burst into laughter, then said, "They actually write poetry together." Illustrated by California artist Christian Robinson, The Bench was published on June 8, with Meghan herself narrating an audiobook version. "The Bench started as a poem I wrote for my husband on Father's Day, the month after Archie was born. That poem became this story," the Duchess said in a statement. "My hope is that The Bench resonates with every family, no matter the makeup, as much as it does with mine." Meghan Markle's public reading of her children's book The Bench failed to spark an increase in sales, according to her royal commentator. During the couple's tour of New York, the Duchess took the opportunity to read aloud from her book, but despite the worldwide PR opportunity, the price of The Bench has been reduced by a number of retailers. Prince Harry and Meghan spent 3 days in the city, where they conducted a number of official engagements. Royal commentator Neil Sean said, "A few months ago, in a fanfare of glory, there was the big publicity hype for Meghan Markle's first book. I don't know if it's a novel children's book, still haven't quite worked out what it's meant to be. What people do think here in the United Kingdom is it's incredibly pricey, it's too expensive for the type of book that it is." It's also interesting to note that Penguin Random House, the publishers of Harry's forthcoming book, were hoping for a spike in sales. As you know, Harry and Meghan decided to pop over to the Big Apple, and it was at that point that Meghan decided to do something, in what we call in celebrity terms, a Madonna, in what we call